All right, happy weekend. This is going to be a small tutorial about something you can do to earn bonus credit over Thanksgiving break. This is not a requirement, and the supplies that you are about to see me use by no means are what you are limited to or what you're supposed to exactly follow. The only thing you do need to keep consistent between your trials for what I'm going to call the spitball launcher is whatever paper product you are using, regardless of your test, all right, that they're about the same size. So I'm using paper towels, all right, and you'll see that I've cut them into pieces that are the same. Now, all you have to do if you decide to make them different sizes is that you're going to need to run a dry test and then ones with different liquids that you've potentially saturated in. The goal is to get the spitball to go the furthest distance, all right, as your classmates, but I do need you to have a baseline for having a dry versus, other materials. So what you're going to be seeing me do, all right, is you're going to see me use a water bottle, all right, the cap, and I'll go through each step by step. All right, so there was a little bit of a break there. All right, what I've done, now remember, you do not need to do this the same way. I am simply giving you some advice, all right, that you may want to have as much of a vacuum seal as possible on your spitball launcher. All right, so what I've done is I took the top of a bottle and I cut a hole into the bottle top. If you are choosing to make something similar, sorry I dropped it, please be sure to be safe. I punctured my bottle top with a pumpkin carving tool, then I cut out a small hole. And I used a straw from one of my children's sippy cups. So you will also see that I've created this little device, a cup balloon, that you're going to see go over the top of the bottle so that I can as well seal the air. So I'm going to pause it again. Now I've assembled my launcher. One way you can tell if you're not just using a straight straw, all right, to shoot a spitball and to measure your distance, if you are building something, one way you can tell if it has a good vacuum seal is actually to try to pump air into it. I don't hear any air coming out, all right, and I also don't feel any. So on some of the other ones I've made, I've felt some air coming out around the straw. If it wasn't too much, I was okay with that. Or if I was trying to maybe get different results, I tried to plug that up a little bit more. So this is going to be, hopefully on this video, the only launcher I'm using to demonstrate, different results I might have. And like I said, this is bonus credit, all right, and it's for something you can work on tomorrow during your ASY day on Wednesday. And then I want results sent to, myself and Mr. McGurl by Sunday night. That way we can include it into the PowerPoint. So let me get ready for the demonstration. All right, we've had a location change since the earlier filming. This is where we're going to be launching, all right, my demo. I cannot stress this enough. What I am going to do here is not, you do not need to follow these steps. You can make your own sizes. You can change the shape. You can change the mechanism. The only requirement is that some kind of air, all right, that's consistent, needs to be used. And what I mean by that is you can't just shoot one with a straw, and then do the next one with a bottle, all right? You want to try to keep it with the same amount of air, all right? So when you take a look at that, if you wind up creating different devices or doing different experiments, that is all up to you. Now, you're going to see me launch from this space, and I'm actually taping my phone into place, all right, on a recorder. So I have here, where is it? A launch line, all right, that way I don't cheat, all right, so my bottle is going to be behind there. And as I launch, things that I have in preparation already, all right, are I have different tapes to measure where the spitballs are going to land, all right. I have extra tape. I have something to record my distances, and I have a measuring tape, right, because you're going to need to record how far it went. So let me get set up. All right, so my first test is with a dry, all right, which sounds like an oxymoron, a dry spitball. I'm going to load my launcher. Decide I'm going to try to fold this a little bit more. Again, this is not like controlling every single variable known to man. It's meant to be a little bit fun. unless, you know, exact. All right, so I've loaded my cannon. All right, I'm going to place it at my launch line, and we're going to see the distance. So let's see. All right, that didn't go as far as I did in my trial run, so it didn't come on camera, which doesn't help you guys. So I'm actually going to redo that. So despite me saying dry 1 on my tape over there, I'm actually going to do that again. We'll see if my husband can edit this out to make it a little bit nicer. If not, so be it. All right, so we're going to try this again. I put it down at the launch line. All right, so depending if you guys saw that, all right, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to place the tape on dry 1. All right, and then we're going to measure. So I get a measuring tape. All right, I am getting that at 112 inches. I'm going to write down dry 1 at 112 inches. All right, I'm going to grab the launcher again. I'm going to do each of them twice. That way I can get a little bit of an average. If my bottle crushes too much, then I'll also need to get another bottle. All right, let's try it. I'm going to reload. Let's go for attempt 2. All right, that one made it a little farther. Putting dry 2 down. Dry 2, I have at 128 inches. All right, so now what I'm going to switch to, so I'm going to take that same piece and I am going to wet it for the traditional spitball. So I'm going to pause the video and then we're going to do that. So I've wet it in water. I'm going to reload the cannon. All right, water attempt number 1. Right? Gonna put that down. And then get a measurement. I have that coming in at 96 inches for water 1. All right, I'm gonna grab another and wet it. Get my launcher ready. All right, gonna reload the cannon. I grabbed a different paper towel, but they are all the same size. That way I can re-wet it without it breaking down and creating a soggy, gross mess. All right, put it in. I just realized if this one doesn't work, I didn't blow up the bottle quite all the way as I would have hoped. So I may need to redo a third water one. All right. I will have to do the water one more time because of that. All right. Water 2, we're going to put down. Water 2, I have at 127 inches. All right, I'm going to pick up that so that I'm not confused. All right, let me reset my launcher and then I'll hit play again. All right, my hands are getting a little wet. I'm reloading my water. All right, my water trial for the bottle. All right, for our third attempt since that first one, I didn't have the bottle correct all the way. I forget what was off. All right, here we go. Third attempt. And, all right, that one's even out of camera. So I'm going to add a visual a little bit. I'm going to put water 3. Water 3's all the way back here. I must say I'm getting some pretty intense distance on that one. More than I expected with my launcher. Let's see where we're at. That one is coming in at 214 inches. All right, I'm going to pause, reset my launcher, and show you my third attempt. All right, I'll be honest, I may need to change location for my third substance. I've done a few trials, and I know it's not shooting in the straight line, which means we may need to move outside. So you got to correct distance. I'm going to try once in here. If it doesn't work, we're going to move outside. Because I'm getting an angle in here, in the basement, and that is not helping me to have accurate results that I can measure. All right, so we're going to try. Or it's been hitting the ceiling. All right. You can't see this, but this substance came over here and hit the wall. All right, so we can count it to be going against the wall. Now, I might not have to go outside. Maybe I'll just move my launch spot back. But let me measure from the launch spot to the wall to see my distance. All right, 255 inches. 255. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to move my launch spot back. We'll do one more test. We'll see how far I can get my launcher. All right, final attempt. I've moved back an additional maybe 2 feet on my launch spot. Nothing crazy. Let's see if I can show you guys where I've changed. All right, so I've moved back my launch spot a little bit further. All right, to see if I can, get a little more distance. Ignore the boxes that I've moved. My children like to build fake, what they call kiddie homes, out of boxes. All right, let me see if we get the same distance. I'm gonna hold on and launch, or hopefully final launch. Let's see. Oh, I did not get the same distance on that one that I predicted. All right, so I may have to go outside. I have my bottle. All right, but we can average them together. Let me see. I'll do one outside just for giggles. Oh, never mind. No, I did add the extra space. Let's see what we have. Maybe I'll do it one more time on camera down here to see if 225. I'll record that. All right, and I'll load up one more time. Actually, just on camera. Sorry, re-inflated my launcher. Now the substance, mystery substance I'm using for my third attempt, for my third spitball, I'm not saying, because again, that's part of the fun. You guys get to try to see if you can create something that goes the farthest. That's part of the competition of it all. Let's see. And, that was a dud. All right, so I'm gonna call it at that. My results. All right, if I take a look, all right, and I average them, my dry went 112 and 128 inches. All right, so we can see that. All right, if I take like my higher one, all right, if I take my high, like 128, my waters, all right, I have 96, 127, 214. Again, I know like optimal conditions. I'm looking at my furthest water at 214, and my optimal out of my mystery substance, I didn't include my lowest one because I don't think I blow up the bottle all the way. All right, but my highest one there being 255. So that's the challenge. Can you beat my launcher? all right, at 255 inches. That was my furthest shot. All right, have fun building a spitball launcher. Enjoy your Thanksgiving break. If you take a video, it doesn't have to be of everything. You can just show your contraption. You know, you can say, you know, this was my spitball launcher, all right, and give me your data. And we'll go from there. But please do, unlike me where I didn't say the mystery data, all right, please tell me what you used for each of yours. You know, you need to have a dry. I recommend you also do water, but whatever other liquids you include, all right, you can try them. And then also make sure that your paper product, whatever it is, your paper towel, your toilet paper, your tissue, that you have it to be the same size for your spitballs. All right, so happy break. Enjoy yourselves. Talk to you soon.